Welcome back to Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East Entertainment News. If you're new here, we're here every Friday at 4 p.m. here on YouTube. If you're a follower, I'm glad to see you back. Now let's take a look at Baghdad. Mwanzi News reported the U.S. House of Representatives will vote next week to repeal a presidential authorization to use military force in Iraq. The council is moving towards repealing a 2002 law that gives the president the authority to use military force in Iraq after years of complaints by lawmakers that the mandate is outdated and no longer needed. The Washington Examiner reported the House of Majority Leader Steny Hoyer announced that the House will consider the bill represented by Barbara Lee. Congress passed a law nearly 2 decades ago to give the President, George W. Bush, the last light to launch U.S. military operations in Iraq, where former Iraqi President Saddam Hussein was believed to be hiding weapons of mass destruction. House Democrats said 2002 mandate serves no purpose. There is no need for any current operations, including in Iraq. It is long overdue. Revoke the needless mandate. Hoyer, a Maryland Democrat, said, whose Republican lawmakers also voted to push the repeal measures, and 2 other Republican lawmakers said that they agreed on the need to review the nearly 2-decade-old mandate. Next in Baghdad, Mwanzi News reported the Finance Committee in the House of Representatives revealed today hosting the governor of the central bank, pointing to the existence of unofficial sales of the dollar. Committee member Naji Al-Sadi pointed out that the invitation was sent to the governor of the central bank for the purpose of hosting him next week to inquire about high exchange rates of the dollar against the dinar and that the presence of unofficial sales of the dollar. Al-Sadi said that this is a problem related to economic awareness of the ruling political class, which is a big problem that only the specialists know, and it needs major government intervention because there are more than $100 million that goes speculation, and that those who benefit from the difference between the official and normal exchange rates, as the official exchange rate is 145,000 dinars and the normal is 150, he profits of the bank involved in speculations will appear, and that those are political figures supporting these issues that political parties and others benefit from. He indicated in the responsibility of the central bank to use some steps to increase the money supply for the dollar in order to return it to 148,000, a price parallel to the official price. He pointed out that the issues of the currency sales windows is the state does not interfere with the security, military, and economic capabilities with regards to monetary policy of the central bank, that this is a dilemma can't be resolved. He also added that the speculative requests do not exceed between 50 and 70 requests, while selling it carried out a rate of 210 requests. So who is the ones whose buys at the price and with the volume of requests, and this confirms the existence of a clear and diagnosed defect. According to Baghdad Obsleek, the Central Bank of Iraq confirmed today, June 11th, the stability of the dollar exchange rate in the absence of any intentions to change, and that what is being circulated is not true, as the price was chosen at the end of 2020 to exchange the dollar was based on in-depth studies of the requirements of economic situations and the fiscal and monetary policy objectives. He pointed out that the foreign currency sales are based on stability of the foreign reserves at excellent levels, as those sales have been increased to meet all legitimate requests, and the price will stabilize as the result of measures have been taken by the central bank recently. The bank pointed out that the statement related to the exchange rates are being promoted for speculators to benefit from, and that the central bank has communication channels that represent official sources of information. In Baghdad, NAS people said on Thursday the Parliament Agriculture Committee announced its agreement with the Ministry of Agriculture to pay all farmers due to the year 2020, while noting the influential people had obtained approvals to establish assurance outside regulations and law. A member of the Parliament Agriculture Committee, Abdul Amir Al-Dabi, said in a statement to the official agencies followed by NAS June 10, 2021, that the committee recently hosted the Ministry of Agriculture, the General Manager of Agriculture, and the Ministry of Trade to demand the payment of farmers' due. He added, the hosting resulted in an assurance of decision to disperse all farmers' entitlements for the year 2020 related to the marketing of wheat, barley, and rye crops. Regarding the unlicensed issue in fruits and vegetables, Al-Dabi confirmed that the allowances are linked to the municipal departments, noting that these departments did not take legal measures against these unauthorized increases, which is a failure to perform their work. And he added, influential people obtained approvals to create bonuses outside the regulations and the laws, which greatly affected the official bonuses obtained from the municipal departments, explaining that unofficial premiums is trying to reduce prices in order to attract customers and the sales of as many agricultural products as possible because they do not pay taxes to the municipal affiliates. Moving forward and taking a look at Shafak news, the Prime Minister of the Kyrgyzstan region government, Mazur Barzani, arrived on Thursday in the Greek capital of Athens and at the head of the government delegations of an official visit, the first of its kind. The media office of the presidency of the Kyrgyzstan regional government stated in a statement received by Shafak news agency that Barzani will meet with the senior Greek officials and will discuss with them ways to strengthen relations between Kyrgyzstan region and Greece and the regional and international developments. More on Baghdad. AlMurad News reported Wednesday Ministry of Oil Jabbar Ismail discussed development the oil and energy sector with American sides and increasing investment opportunities during his meeting with the American ambassador to Baghdad, Matthew Tweller. An statement by the ministry stated that the Minister of Oil, Ismail, received the U.S. ambassador of Iraq, Matthew Tweller, and during the meeting, prospects for corporations in the field of oil and energy were discussed. Ismail stressed, according to the statement, the ministry keenness in increased investment opportunities for the international companies in Iraq, especially in the oil, gas, and clean energy sector, in order to enhance the support of the national economy. The minister stressed, according to the statement, the role of American companies in the development of oil industries in Iraq, especially ExxonMobil, Chevron, Honeywell, and others. For his part, the U.S. embassy expressed the desire of his country's company to enhance cooperation and participate in the investment projects in the oil and energy sector. Last but not least, Baghdad Mwanzi News on Thursday, Peshmerga forces received weapons and equipment worth more than $3 million from the international coalition. The statement from the coalition forces, which Mwanzi News received a copy of, stated that the coalition forces, Joint Task Forces, Operation Inherited Resolves, CJTF OIR, handed over $3,322,145 to the Peshmerga Regional Guard's weapon and equipment, and added that these equipments is to support Iraq in its mission from in order to defeat Daesh, part of the training fund program, and equipment to combat Daesh was a part and has been implemented since 2014 and is funded through the Department of Defense budget, U.S. dedication to process of determination steel. He added that the program, which oversees implementation of the steel determination process, aimed towards supporting the government in Iraq in the battle against ISIS. And this is it from Newsroom Weekly Review, your Middle East entertainment news. As I want to remind you that I will not be here for the next 2 weeks and will return on July 2nd. I'm Chella Smith. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'm signing out. Make sure you join us Fridays, 4 p.m. with Newsroom Updates with Chella Smith Entertainment News. And don't forget us on Sundays for What's Cooking in the Kitchen. You can also find us behind the scenes 24/7 on Snapchat.